Wait, we're gonna make sure it's different.
As far back as I can remember.
Get that.
No, I can do it.
Fucking outstanding in their life, son.
Oi. Go on. Well done, mate. That's some video to
Anything on a personal trainer, you know when it comes
What's going on, guys? I'm going to be doing my Q&A today here at the gym. Just finished up a session with Harrison on the camera and Charlie. So yeah, let's dive straight into it. First question is, how long have you been training for? I've been training for like seven and a half years now. Started when I was 16, so actually probably almost 8 years now. Who was your inspiration to make you start training? Probably Charlie.
get your rig out.
No, but genuinely it was actually the boys at school who were already going to the gym. I was pretty skinny, so I wanted to get bigger. So these two didn't push me around anymore. When did you start getting into photography and videography? I started when I started Instagram, to be honest. That was about a year and a half ago. I didn't do anything before then, but I've always been a bit of a tech whiz, so it was quite easy when I started. Your thoughts on intermittent fasting? I think intermittent fasting is a good way to like manage your diet, especially if you're trying to restrict how many calories you're eating, or if you struggle with binge eating. I find it quite a good way to like eat less, like when cutting, for example. But I don't look at it as a magic way to burn fat, more so just a way to like control your diet. So yeah, I think it's a good tool to implement. I just wouldn't like rely too heavily on it, like actually causing you to burn fat, because I feel like it's the other things that go with it which are actually more important. What are your compound maxes? So I don't do squats or deadlifts anymore just because of my back. My bench one rep max is 150, and my squat was, the best it ever was 180, which was like in March before I fucked my back, and my deadlift was probably like 170, 180. So not particularly impressive, but I don't feel they're that important anymore because I'm not trying to get any bigger. So best advice for growing a social media account: try and be different to what everyone else is doing. Like, there's so many people who are trying to get big on social media, but they just rely on how they look too heavily rather than actually the content that they're
Don't just look at me and start laughing.
I started nodding.
no.
Yeah. You completely fucked that. You already
You bastard.
What?
He was in full flow.
Sorry. Gotta be different. Say you gotta be different again.
I'll just
Start the question.
Yeah, start the question again.
Sorry.
yeah, best advice for growing a social media account, I would say just I can't take it seriously now. Best advice for growing a social media account, I would say try and be different. There are so many people who are doing it at the moment.
That's not off-putting, is it?
Oh god, fuck this question. Best advice for growing a social media account: be different. Try and stand out from, yeah, do handstands. Just try and stand out from the crowd. Everyone just relies
Pardon
on
the pun.
Yeah, okay.
That's quite good.
That's quite good. Yeah, fuck that question, I'm doing that one.
Alright, fair play.
How tall are you and how much do you weigh? I'm 182 centimeters and I weigh like 85 kg. Are you bulking or cutting? Cutting, I don't bulk. I've never bulked, really. Just ate loads of shit when I first started going to the gym. Maybe that helped. Maybe it was the mixed race genes, who knows. Do you think investing in a good camera is worth it, or should I first try to grow my page? And do you study something that involves filming, or did you figure out yourself? Yeah, it's definitely worth investing in yourself. However, you don't need to, especially when you begin. Like, you just need to take time to make sure that your content looks good, that you edit it nicely, so that it's just not like your buck standard, like take it on your phone and upload it straight away. Like, you want to make a bit of effort with it. Did you study something that involves filming, or did you figure out yourself? I figured out myself, just used YouTube. YouTube's pretty useful for working out how to use things. I'm also a bit of a geek, so that helps. Do you track your food with an app? If so, does this help towards your goals? No, I used to track my food, but I stopped tracking in about March. I don't think you need to track at all really, but that's not to say it doesn't help, like especially at the beginning. Like if I hadn't tracked, I probably wouldn't be able to make as much progress now without doing it. But yeah, it's not essential. It is a good way to like achieve your goals. If you have like something specific that you want to achieve, you want to get like lean for a show, or you just want to get lean for summer, it is like an efficient way to do it, but it's definitely not essential. If you're just looking to like implement it every day, then I wouldn't recommend getting into it. I would much more recommend sort of eyeballing things and just being like mindful of what you're eating. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessary. I have done it, but I don't do it anymore. What's your end game goal within the fitness industry? Do you want to change it, and if so, in what way? End game goal is just to influence as many people as possible, to motivate people to actually like take action, whether that's with fitness or like just in business in general. I want to be able to like show that it is possible to actually like achieve your goals, and yeah, it was a bit of hard work. Like I'm not like I don't work like super hard in the gym. Like I have like bad days, bad weeks, and like I'm just like your normal person when it comes to training. I don't like live for the gym. It's important to have a good balance. So I think I want to preach that you can do both things. You can work hard and play hard, and sort of like, yeah, live in a good balance. So that's the goal with it all really. What supplements do you use / recommend? So at the moment I don't actually take anything apart from, I have protein, whey protein. I feel like sometimes I forget that it's a supplement. Yeah, so I have whey protein, but I used to take creatine and BCAAs all the time, but it's just because I'm not in a good routine really. I just don't really take supplements at the moment. I haven't got any at home, so. But I would recommend creatine if you want to take your training up a notch and fill your muscles up with some water or some shit. What's your opinion on the fastest way to see gains? As I'm following the David Lade DUP program, just be consistent. If you're following like a structured program, like you're going to make progress, you just need to be consistent and make sure that you're implementing a good like diet as well as the training. Like so many people just sort of like think about the training and not the diet, but for me it doesn't matter what goal I'm trying to achieve with my fitness. For the most part my training stays the same, it's just my diet that would change. So yeah, that's it. How many times do you implement cardio into your weekly routine? What do you usually do and when you do it? Oh, come on, mate. So a couple times a week. Sometimes I'll do like a conditioning workout. Quite often I'll do like a small conditioning workout at the end of a weight session, so like 10 minutes of intense work. Just little bits. I like finishing off a session feeling nice and sweaty. So yeah, I don't do anything crazy. I walk quite a lot, so that helps. I mean, I like to incorporate a lot of lifts, so I walk to the shops and walk to the gym and back. So that's it really. Okay, have you ever fell off? Ever not been motivated, and how do you reverse diet? Yes, I've fallen off loads of times, had a big night out, not gone to the gym for a week, or had an injury, not gone to the gym for a few weeks, or just couldn't be fucked to go. Happens all the time, and that's normal. I think you need those from time to time to kind of get you motivated to get back into it. And how do you reverse diet? Reverse dieting essentially is just when you increase your calories gradually so that your body can adjust to adjust your maintenance levels, and then what it does is it helps to reset your metabolism so that when you do start cutting again, your body sees the full effect of the dropped calories, rather than what a lot of people do is just try and cut all the time. But then what happens is your body adjusts to those, your metabolism adjusts to that level, and you stop seeing the effects of the lower calories, and you just get used to eating less, which is just not ideal. So yeah, that is it. I hope I've answered as many of your questions as possible. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys.